Hello and happy Saturday and welcome to Disney Night Live. What's going on, everybody?
You know, I logged in about 30 minutes ago and I see this and I literally just fell out of my chair laughing.
Me too.
Guys, Dave won Halloween this year. Dave won Halloween. Dave wins.
Hello.
He's not Tinkerbell, he's Tiki Bell.
Tiki Bell.
But Dave, please tell me, for your travel agency, that is the picture of yourself you use from now on.
Yeah, we can use this for.
So I go to book a trip through you. I see Tiki Bell.
For shizzle. It's Halloween, man. We got to get dressed up. We got to
No,
come up
Jay,
with
that's not a bad idea.
right ideas, right?
Tiki Bell might sell. Tiki Bell sells.
We got
Tiki
Pumpkin
Bell
Don, Hungover Aaron, Black Cat Kim, and Skipper J.
Whose costume was in a box somewhere in the house that I just moved into.
Skipper J is dressed as Florida Man.
I am Florida Man tonight.
What is happening, Ron?
Wait, I'm new Florida Man.
New Florida.
Florida Man.
Hey, we all said we were going to get dressed up. I didn't disappoint. What's happening, everybody?
Dave, you set the bar high for next year.
Yeah, you know, my costumes in the past have been good. There was Baby Allen. There was when I did Stan Solo. So this year's Tiki Bell.
Tiki Bell.
Aaron, Allen, Jay, Sanderson sisters. I'm thinking who's who?
Oh, I'm Sarah.
Oh, you're the youngest, so you're Sarah.
I mean, to be fair, doing drag we did.
Oh, dude, seriously. Not hot. Can you see it though? Like me winning, you Sarah, and Alan is a perfect Mary.
I will find my photos of me as Sarah and I will share them in the group.
Okay, sorry everyone. I'm gonna show it now.
Do we look better like this?
Notice I'm
Do we
not
look better
invited
like this?
to the Sanderson sisters.
No,
Yes,
you're not.
because I
You're just your own witch.
Like Hocus Pocus.
Hello.
I
Hi,
don't.
Kelly and John and Lily and everybody tuning in tonight. Thank you.
Hey, everybody.
Mr.
Okay.
Peanut.
Hi, Huggy Bear.
Whose birthday? Oh, John's 33rd birthday is this Thursday. Well, happy
Happy
early birthday
John.
to you, John.
Hey.
Yeah.
Aaron,
He said
put
that
the
like Frosty the
fireworks out.
Snowman.
What do we want?
The fireworks.
Confetti,
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Fireworks.
Woo! That's for you, John.
Just for you.
I love
Aaron,
it.
you are now the special effects guy for the show.
I am though.
Yes. We have great. It's great. I love it.
Are they special effects or are they accidental effects?
Definitely accidental effects
Accidental.
that have
Yeah.
become special.
They are.
Because I had them to
Accidentally
randomly-
special. So
They've become a part of this show.
On the podcast, Aaron can make special effects with his fingers.
No, not that one. I tried.
Number
I
one
tried.
doesn't do anything.
No.
It's hard to see with hair on my face.
Yeah, I've never seen you with hair before.
Have you tried the jazz fingers? Nothing.
No.
Oh.
Not a thing. You would think that would do something special. I know. So I hope
Maybe
everybody's
dancing
doing
hippos.
well on our Saturday night. This is our last show before Halloween, so we always try to do something fun and festive. Tonight's topic is our favorite Disney and non-Disney movie Halloween movies, or scary movies. Could be whatever you want, but like, what do you really like to watch around this time? What gets you going for the holiday season? And we're also going to talk about our friends over at D Magic World, because what would be a live show now that's Disney's Disney Night Live? We didn't talk about D Magic World. 24/7 streaming Disney music magic. DMagicWorld.com. The best streaming music station of D Magic World. Check them out. You can see what they're playing at any time. You can request a song, whatever you want to hear. They have a theme park, like park station. They have a movie station. And they also have this fancy button up top. You click on it, takes you to Now That's Disney over on Facebook. And that's pretty cool. You can also check out the Disney Night Live shows every Thursday and Sunday at 2 p.m. They play our shows at full length. But D Magic World, again, we love you guys. You are the best streaming Disney station around.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tiki Bell.
Tiki Bell.
And that was your big number. And that was your big number in the show.
That was it. This is finale.
Davis, they're gonna push you out of the window next.
We keep.
They're gonna love you so much. Disney's gonna see you, and they're gonna be like, "We need to make him at the end of the show."
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to shove you out the window.
Oh, what if they hired Dave to be the window guy? The Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kim's wanted to shove me out a window quite a few times. Even just
I'll be
including today.
I'll be the shover.
Yeah, you would love to shove me out a window.
I just want to say really fast before we start that this is only a cameo half show appearance for me, because my son and his best friend are here, and they want to watch a scary movie on Halloween Eve. Well, it's not Halloween Eve. It's not Mischief Night, but it is, Halloween Eve Saturday. So we're going to be doing that. So I'm going to be cutting it short. Sorry.
But I
want to say what? I'm just so happy to see you, Kim. I haven't seen you.
I know, Kim. I wasn't ready to.
And I wanted to. I wasn't going to come on, but I love Halloween so much, and I miss you guys. So I'm like, I'll just do half the show, and then the other half I'm going to spend with some teenage boys watching the second time watching Five Nights at Freddy's, which we can talk about too tonight.
I want to see that, because the game, if you play it by yourself in the dark late at night, creepy.
So yeah, the game is kind of creepy,
and it was really cool. It was like the game is like one of those. It's kind of like a cult classic, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, and it was interesting going to the theater last night, because all the kids there were like 13 and up, but there was like teenagers, like older, 18, 19, 20, who probably been playing this game since they were 13. My son and his friends are 14 going on 15. And it was wild, because I'm used to the game. I know the names and like the lore of the game. Colton actually has made me play the game before, and just as I was about to get jump scared, he knew it and would run out of the room, and then I'd be like, and he'd listen to me screaming. But it was fun, because there was YouTubers cameoed in the game, and like famous YouTubers. Like I'm not talking Disney YouTubers. I'm talking with these kids. These YouTubers are huge presences, and they cameoed. Like one was a cab driver, one was a David?
He was a waiter.
And it was funny to hear this young audience like go wild, and us adults me and their friend's mom were like, "What? Who is it? Who is it?" And we'd be tapping on the boys' shoulders like, "Who was that?" It's a whole different generation. It's it was kind of neat to see all these. Like there was a ton of Easter eggs in the movie from the game. And the game is it's creepy, but it's not crazy dark.
But Kim, for somebody if somebody hasn't played the game at all, if they sit down and watch it, they're gonna have a great time, right?
If they watch the movie,
I mean, if they haven't played the game, are they gonna enjoy the movie?
So.
I think so. It was a good, I think they did. I think they did it well. Scott Coughlin is the
Coughlin.
It's Coughlin.
Coffin. Colton
Yeah.
says Scott Coffin, although it's spelled
Coughlin.
differently.
He is the designer of the game, and then he made the movie with David. Who are they? Blum or something?
Oh well, the Blumhouse.
Who does like a lot of scary movies, but it was PG-13, so it wasn't like.
Yeah, but it was done really well.
I mean, I'm thinking about when I was 13, 14, we were watching Exorcist, we were watching The Shining, we were watching Poltergeist, which is much worse than this, but we
were watching Faces of Death.
Yes, that was a big thing in the 80s. This is creepy, but on a lower scale. But I think that they did it well enough that even if you never played the game, it's a fun and story, and especially because Five Nights at Freddy's is supposedly taking place in an 80s like party place for kids, almost like Chuck E. Cheese. Mm-hmm. Remember Chuck E. Cheese? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Mm-hmm. So I like the nostalgia of that they incorporated that it's from the 80s and it's abandoned, and there was these animatronics which are like creepy now, and so they incorporate things from the 80s so that everyone can kind of understand it and love it. It was cool. It was really cool.
It was done really well. They had a good backstory.
It's creepy.
Yeah, the backstory is a lot to do with the game and the books, and Colton described it like, a lot of lore about the movie and what happens with the character. So, I was pleasantly surprised. It was a lot of fun. So we have to add that to our list of scary movies. I mean, there's scary movies, and then there's Halloween scary movies, right?
Yeah.
Or if it's a scary movie, because it's scary, you watch it around Halloween time, right? That's what we do. So they kind of become lumped in.
I mean, unless you're like a terror, lover. I mean, so I guess like to start, we should talk about like, are you a scary movie person at all? Or are you just a Disney Halloween movie person?
Halloween, right.
So are you one or both? I will tell you that I am both, but I am more true Halloween than I am. I do have some Disney favorites, but I love the classic scary movies. Aaron, what about you?
I'm both. I do have those certain movies that around Halloween time that I do like to enjoy, like Hocus Pocus. But I love watching scary movies all the time. Like it is a normal part of my life.
So it's a genre that you normally enjoy. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and I don't go like super deep. Like I have certain things like Saw is not my type of thing. Like I don't like that kind of stuff.
Like
but,
torture and
Yeah, and that's not my thing. Like I like paranormal stuff, demonic things like that. That's my favorite.
Okay.
Hence the fact that he's been at Hollywood Horror Nights like every night. Right.
Literally.
He's really into it. So
yeah, I mean, there's so many different genres too of scary movies. Like I don't watch any of those. I don't watch Saw. I can't watch things that are really, really.
I like Saw.
Like gore and like Rob Zombie crazy. When I was young,
I like those movies too.
But I love like the classic. I'll start with just saying Halloween. The first Halloween is my ultimate favorite.
Halloween's the best Halloween movie ever.
The ultimate.
It's a great film. It's a great standalone film.
Yeah,
it is. And you know what's great about the original Halloween is that when you watch it, we still watch it at this time every year. What I love about it is that most of the movie is just him stalking. So it's not like, yes, there is gore and there is a little bit of the stabbing and whatnot, and him killing people. But I mean, first hour is like, and that's the best part is like Michael Myers standing behind the clothesline, just standing there,
Oh my God. You put the Tinkerbell wig on the Jason face.
Oh my God.
2 Halloweens. But with the mask on, you're not allowed to speak.
We have a lot of costumes in our house. We're a little weird.
So
a lot.
So if you took Jason, Michael Myers, and Freddy Krueger, which one's going to survive if you put them all in the room?
Freddy's going to survive.
I think Freddy will survive too.
He just wait.
Because Michael's was too slow.
Michael's slow, and he's the.
But Jason is like immortal.
They're all immortal, but he's got to fall asleep at some point, and then he's done.
Don, just because I'm 87 does not mean I'm immortal.
I don't know. I say Freddy Krueger because he's tricky and he's really, really smart. And Jason's, sorry, he's not really that smart. Michael is, but Michael's just like.
Well, Jason's still Jason is still like a 13-year-old boy.
Jason is misunderstood.
Yeah, so
I feel
misunderstood.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's kind of like the villain that's not really at fault. Yeah, things happen.
It's the story of my life.
Have you guys ever seen that? Somebody made a where is everybody? Somebody made a Michael Myers versus Jason thing. I can't see anyone.
David, there we go. You gotta pull it back.
I am trying to. There we go. Where's my glasses? Oh, that's why I can't see. There we go. It was really cool how they did it. They took Michael Myers and Jason. They were out in the woods and they like beat the heck out of each other, and they just keep going at it. It's really neat to see it. So that's kind of like what you're talking about, Don.
Yeah, there's a movie already like that. But you know what's creepy? One time I went to the hospital in the middle of the night. Did you guys ever see Halloween 2 where it was in the hospital? Yeah, and like a lot of people say like, oh, that can't happen now. Like, well, back then, now it probably wouldn't. But back then, if you think about it, like in the 70s and the early 80s, like the ER wasn't like it is now. It was like quiet. But even sometimes in the middle of the night. So one time I went to the hospital with diverticulitis and I sat there in the waiting room for like 7 hours. And it was the middle of the night before they were putting me into it I needed a CAT scan of my stomach. So they like half drugged me up because I was in so much pain. And then I'm just laying there in the hallway on the bed. And it was like, guys, I swear I was like, this is so creepy. Like no one was around. I was just waiting for my turn to get a CAT scan. And I felt like I just reminded me of that movie. And I was like, any minute now, like Michael Myers is going to come out, except I'm not Laurie Stokes. So.
Except you weren't like trying to make out in a hot tub in the hospital with the nurse and then
got but neither was Lori. Lori wasn't that. She was a good girl. Lori was
Lori, but that
Lori was all drugged up in the hospital by herself and like couldn't get out of the bed. And I was just laying there. It was like dark. The light was flickering. No one was around. And I'm like, they shouldn't really leave people like this alone in the hospital because Michael Myers could come.
Tell me more about the hospital with the hot tub because that would make like the annual checkup a lot more fun.
You know, like in Halloween 2 with the nurse, she goes into the room to make out with that dude, right? Well, he was, it was the nurse. He was the EMT driver. But yeah, they get boiled alive by Michael. For me, Halloween is the quintessential Halloween movie, but it also is a standalone, like you said, Jason, scary movie. It's excellent, but you got to love the Friday the 13th movies. But I have to pay a lot of respect to my Scream movies. They're just so much fun. Right? Ghostface is just so the one of the actors from original Scream is in Five Nights at Freddy's. He's one of the guys that turns out to be the killers in Scream.
Okay, don't give away anymore.
I'm just saying, who the actor is. I can't remember his name, but he's the one in Scream. Where he's like, I'm getting a little queasy now because he
remember the young guy in Scream.
You just spoiled it.
No, that's Scream.
Yeah, you said he's in Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, he's in the movie.
He's just
you got the bad guy at the end of Five Nights. Okay.
Yeah, he's just in the movie. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that actor. He's in it. The animatronics are in it too.
How do you like the newer Screams, so the like 7 or 6 and 5, compared to like 1 and 2?
I haven't seen the latest, but I love all of them. But the first 2 are great.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're all great in their own unique ways. And they can repeat the same storyline, but it's still so entertaining.
Yeah, I like the first 3 the best, probably, Aaron. They're so good. They're really good, but I still like them, but I like the first 3 like the best.
Yeah.
T-Nida says she does not watch scary movies.
Movies with evil people.
Evil people, because evil people are real and refuse to. Yeah. Well, I get that. I can get that. But she can do monster sharks and things that aren't real.
Yeah.
But wait, what about films like Sleeping Beauty or Snow White?
Sleeping Beauty? Scary movie?
Evil peoples.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there's a lot of evil in Disney. That's for sure.
Yeah, especially the prices.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so glad I'm a local now. I'm so glad I'm Florida man just for the Disney alone.
Marie and I waited too long to renew our annual pass, and now we're renewing at the higher rate.
That
That
stinks. Yeah.
Sorry, Dom.
So
yeah, you got to catch it at that right time.
I know it, and we were making hard decisions like the antique cars off the road because we had to use the money for the insurance to pay for a vet bill. So it's like, well, we don't need the antique car. We need to get the dog better.
Yeah, you could just park the car.
Prioritizing.
I hear you. What I don't really enjoy the Halloween-ish Disney movies. I mean, Nightmare on Christmas, I like the music, I like the characters, but I fall asleep in the movie. Hocus Pocus.
I love Nightmare on Christmas. That's my favorite Disney Halloween movie is The Nightmare Before Christmas. I love it. Tim Burton is amazing. And
he is amazing. Yeah.
The music is great. I mean, it's a musical. The music is beautiful. The imagery is gorgeous. Everything that he did with that movie is just amazing. It's such I just think it's such a good movie.
It's done really well.
I got to see they were touring with a lot of the set pieces from Nightmare Before Christmas at a lot of different art museums, and I got to see they came to like our local one in San Antonio and see like a lot of the set pieces from what they used to film it. It was really cool because they're literally like yay big.
Yeah.
Like so tiny. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
I went to the premiere, not the premiere, but when they were running it for the first time at the El Capitan, and they had some of the models out, and it was just so cool to see them. It's like,
that's really. I didn't know that they were that tiny.
Yeah. Disney Plus did a behind the scenes of it, right? And they do. It wasn't behind the attractions, but it was one of their one of the Disney Plus vehicles. Talked about it.
I used to love that movie, but this is why I'm glad I'm Florida man now, because losing the Haunted Mansion for 6 months out of the year for that overlay killed the movie for me.
Yeah. That's in California. They do that, right?
In California, you only get the mansion half the year. It's closed for 3 months, and it's nightmare for 3 months. So you only get it. You literally only get the mansion half the year. It drove me crazy.
Yeah. Huh.
Why aren't we Hocus Pocus fans?
Not a good movie.
David and I don't like Hocus Pocus. I will admit it. I don't like it.
No, I don't like it at all.
I
can't even make it. I can't make it through it.
Total camp movie. What's funny is everybody loves it now. It bombed so bad when it came out.
Yeah, I can see why. Yeah.
Yeah, like I remember seeing like The Witches of Eastwick with Jack Nicholson, Michelle Pfeiffer, Cher, and Susan Sarandon. Such a good movie. Like I love that movie. And then like I started watching Hocus Pocus, and I know that this is not Disney okay, but
I know
I can't get through it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like it.
Yeah, me neither.
Even a little bit. Yeah. And I know that other people love it, and I respect that. It's fine.
Yeah, right.
Just not my thing.
I enjoy the first one on Halloween, but the second one, I'm seeing it. I'm not going to see it again.
Yeah. Basically, think about the first Disney made. The first thing that Disney ever made that you saw when you were a child. how many, your first Disney Halloween, Ichabod, the Headless Horseman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great story.
Story of Ichabod Crane.
Okay, so do you guys remember the Disney's Halloween treat from the 80s?
The Halloween tree?
Or it was the Halloween treat. It was a thing that played once a year. It was a clip show, and it had Hans Conried, who played Captain Hook as the Magic Mirror, as a very smart aleck magic mirror. Am I the only one that remembers this?
Yeah.
I can't even find it on YouTube. I have to go to Daily Motion to find it every year.
Yeah, that was during, I was traveling the world and drinking at the time.
Yeah, I'm still doing that.
I was in high school in the 80s, so I probably wasn't doing that. But Ichabod Crane, I mean, that story, Donald, is just such a great story. I do remember this. I remember as a kid, we had a little local library, and my mom used to take me down to that library around Halloween, and the librarian would read us the story, like the actual book. And nothing was better. I mean, to listen to somebody read a book as a kid, I was like 9, and I always loved the story. And then a couple of years ago, maybe like 8 years ago, we took Colton to actual Sleepy Hollow. The town Sleepy Hollow is in New York, right across the river from where we live in New Jersey. Where Carver Washington, I believe, is the author.
Washington Irving.
Thank you. Yeah, I had this Washington in there. Yes. So that you can see the bridge where he wrote about it, but it's weird because the town isn't like what you would think. Like, it's not all woodsy. Some of it is woodsy, but it's also like a harbor town, so it's like kind of on the Hudson River. But they also have like this huge, beautiful pumpkin blaze and everything on Halloween, which we've never done because it's very busy and you have to get tickets way, way, way ahead of time. It's gorgeous. There's tons of pumpkins.
Yeah, the town was nice.
But the town was just cool to go to just on like one, I don't know when we went, like in a spring or something. Just we stayed overnight and it was interesting. There was a lot of really neat history of his writing there. I love that story. It's a good story.
If you want a quick read for the weekend, it's actually free on Kindle.
What?
The
Headless Horseman?
Yeah, it's free on Kindle. It's a real short read. Yeah.
You know what? I'm glad you said that because sometimes I forget, and I have a Kindle and I'm always reading. That like
you read it every night. Your Kindle.
Yeah, sometimes it's cool to go. I'm sitting here saying how great the story was as a kid.
Right.
I think I might do
Revisit it.
I might go back and read it. I don't know if anybody knows this, but Jaws is my favorite movie of all time.
Not a Halloween movie though.
Jaws 1. No, it's not a Halloween movie, but it's a scary movie. But
it is.
It's just a good movie, and it's just so well written. And Martha's Vineyard is where it was filmed, which is I've been to, which is one of the most beautiful places you could ever visit in your entire life. Like just gorgeous. But anyway, the original movie Jaws, a lot of people just think Jaws came from nowhere. Peter Benchley wrote the book first, and it was a #1 bestseller. I highly recommend it. It is not about the shark. It is, but it's it's political, it's juicy, it's gossipy, it's an easy read, great summer read. It is such a good, there's a reason why it was #1 bestseller. So check it out. Check out Jaws.
The characters are so different in the book too. They are not likable people.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean,
really
some of the point is kind of the same, and like they are, but there's different things going on. But it's not just like about a shark.
The wife is having the affair with Dead.
Yeah, I was going to say I was very disappointed with Mrs. Brody.
They're all terrible. They're all terrible. It's a great read.
Don't spoil it for people, guys, but it's a good book.
The book is 90 years old. It's not spoiling yet anymore. Kim, you want to talk about Quint real quick?
Oh, that I love Quint. Robert Shaw.
Quint is Kim's crush.
I actually met the man that Quint was modeled after.
Really?
Quint was modeled after a real person by the name of Frank Mundus.
Really?
And Peter Jensen, he never while Frank Mundus was alive, he never admitted it because Frank Mundus would want some money. But Frank Mundus was a charter captain that would, he was in the Guinness Book of World Record for landing the largest great white.
Wow.
And that was I met him and it was like, yeah, okay, I can see why you were, Quint was. He was a little strange.
Where was he from, Donald?
Montauk.
Oh my gosh, in Montauk, New York. That is really cool. Yeah, because that is really neat. I never knew that. I love that.
Yeah. He used to paint his toenails red and green for port and starboard.
He
wore a great white tooth around his neck that looked like a dinner plate.
I'm not going to judge anybody because I'm wearing a wig and wings and a tutu right now.
Dave, you're a favorite pixie.
I am. I bring well wishes to all. Mundus sounds like something you would say, like something in Seinfeld. Like if something goes wrong, and like instead of Jerry, it'd be like Mundus. You know, that's what that name sounds like. Hey Stan, what's up?
Planet where the Cybermen came from in Doctor Who.
And where? Who?
You just said Mondos, and that's the thing that the Cybermen came from in Doctor Who, which will be on Disney Plus in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, Mundus.
And I'm just dying laughing right now because Stan Solo tuned in, which was David's original Disney. David's original Disneyland Live guest host, or not guest host, co-host. And Stan, look how far David's come. You like how he's dressed?
Dave is the prettiest girl on the podcast tonight.
Look how far he's come since.
Fat guy in a little coat. Fat guy in a little coat.
Just so you know, I'm going to go back for this and make tons of screenshots.
Aaron, next time you're going to do some drag, you call me. We're out together.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you think I would do, by the way? No good? No bueno.
We can get you somewhere.
We could pretty you up a little bit, okay?
We can get you somewhere. The truck stop, maybe.
Yeah. I tell people at work all the time, if I quit this job, I'm going to go back to stripping at the truck stop, and they just look at me.
Now, Dave, if you went to the truck stop right now dressed like that, you would have a wild Saturday night.
I would have a wild time, yeah.
Especially the ones that have a shower.
Yeah,
I have to stop you guys and say good night because I am leaving boys hanging. Teenagers that want to watch this movie, and I feel bad. So I love
that pie's out of the oven.
And I'll be the pie is out of the oven. Okay.
We love you.
Bye guys. Have fun with your
Bye, Cam.
Say hello to Colton for us.
Happy Halloween, everybody. Enjoy it. I love it. It's such a fun holiday.
Goodbye, Kevin. I love you.
Wait, Aaron.
Wait,
no.
Dave.
Oh, there it goes.
Jamie, before you go, are you going to let Dave kiss you like that?
Mwah. Love it.
She will.
Bye.
Yeah, she has no choice. That's my wife, everybody. She's the one that's up with me.
Our babysitter left. We're in trouble.
What are some of our other favorite Disney or non-Disney scary Halloween movies?
I'm gonna. What's your favorite scary movie ending? Like when the hand comes out of the grave and Carrie.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah.
Or as they're driving away on Nightmare on Elm Street, and the convertible top comes up, and you realize it's the same color as his sweater.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think the one that got me, we just talked about that a little while ago, Stan. She would love to push me out her window any day of the week. The ending that got me the most, and maybe I'm just one of the only people that didn't figure it out, but in Sixth Sense, I didn't know that Bruce Willis's character was dead in the movie. I never caught on to that.
Did you not watch the first 5 minutes of the film?
I did. Yeah.
He dies.
Actually, I'm probably going to rewatch that one because I haven't watched it in a long time.
The first 5 minutes of that film ruined it for me.
And the color red. Yeah. They talk about the color red in that movie. Whenever the color, like the the basement door is the color red, and he's always in
Right.
the basement. The red balloon that goes up at the kids' party.
Yeah.
Red. So yeah, Sixth Sense kind of freaked me out, and the ending got me, and I guess I didn't pay attention to the beginning. The original zombie Night of the Living Dead, the original.
Ah, the black and white one.
Yeah,
the creepy one.
That was great. I mean, I love zombie movies in general.
I gotta say, most of my Halloween list is pretty safe. I'm not a slasher person, so I've got things like The Ghost and Mr. Chicken on my list.
The Ghost and who?
Mr. Chicken. What?
Yeah,
what?
That's a classic Don Knotts.
Don Knotts.
Oh, why do I not know this Don Knotts?
Show's over. You have to go watch it right now.
I love Don Knotts. I didn't know there was.
Dude,
such
I
a movie.
love this stupid movie so much. I have it on Blu-ray.
Or again, Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein.
Yeah. Frankenstein.
Yes. Great stuff right there.
I don't know why it didn't get an Academy Award. I just don't understand.
Which was only the second time Bela Lugosi ever played Dracula.
Yeah. What was that, Aaron?
Is like my go-to things is Goosebumps, because of course.
Oh yeah.
90s time frame, they're making all these cool little shows, and they've been on all streaming services for so long, and then they finally just got removed, I think, off most of them, which is kind of sad. But Goosebumps is usually my go-to Halloween stuff. I actually was just watching the new Goosebumps that is on Disney Plus.
How is it?
Which it is okay. The thing is, it's a made-up story, but every episode not every episode, but most of them have to do with one of the books. So it has a general story that's happening, and then there's the cuckoo clock of doom that is involved in the story, or the camera first say cheese and dies involved, and Slappy the dummy is involved, but on separate episodes. But there's a story happening, so it's not redoing the old show per se, all that, which is what I honestly wished it was, but it's okay. It's good. I'm enjoying it. It was a little hard to follow in the beginning, but now it's a little better. But
actually, I want to get around to watching that. The commercial I saw looked fun.
Yeah, it's pretty out there. I think my favorite one is the Don't Eat Worms or Go Eat Worms, whatever book that one is. The episode for that's probably my favorite off the season so far, and the Slappy one. But I think people should try it out and definitely have an open mind, because I was ready to watch basically the episodes over again, just redone, and it's not what it is.
It also says he watched the Haunted Mansion movie last night on Disney Plus. I gotta tell you, fellas, I actually bought a copy to support the film, because I gave it a solid 8 out of 10. It's a fun Halloween film.
Oh, the new one? Yeah, I love it.
Gotta see it then.
Yeah,
it's definitely worth.
I really enjoyed it, and I never have to watch the terrible Eddie Murphy one again. The only film ever in my life where I went back to the box office and went, money back, film bad.
It's not good.
It's enjoyable in a stupid way.
You have to be totally drunk or 420 doors.
Well, if you make a drinking game out of it, and every time you see a reference to a haunted mansion, the ride, you have to drink.
Yeah, still haven't seen the Haunted Mansion one. What did we watch recently? Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Then last night went to the movies, but we also last weekend, Kim and I watched the Little Mermaid, which the new one, which was in Italian you would say men's and men's, okay, right? So her voice. This is not a scary movie, but Halle Berry, her voice, her
Halle.
Her voice is insane. She kills, terrific. She kills those songs.
Such a good job.
Yeah.
She's absolutely adorable. the rest of the movie was okay. It wasn't bad. It was definitely watchable. Really enjoyed the fact that they brought the culture and the Caribbean life and the fun partying to the island. That was pretty neat. Some of the stuff I could have did without in the rest of the movie, but yeah.
I thought it was a great cast and everybody in it was great.
Mm-hmm.
There was something about it where it didn't like go all the way. I think for me it was the sea animals being too realistic or not cartoony enough. It really did take me out of it.
Yeah, I complained a lot because it was a lot of freshwater species in the ocean, and I was having a conniption about it. I was like, that's not
right.
Real.
Yeah. Not like what we from the animated movie, right? So it's
and like the animated movie, like it's okay, you're just making up fish, but now being a live action and how they're making animals that are real, like
everybody in live action was great. Anybody who was animated was terrible.
Yeah.
All the animation sequences just didn't do what you could have really. The under the sea moment, the number is so fun in the original. It's so vibrant. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
And this one, you're like, oh, look at all this water in this aquarium. Fish. There's fish.
I was so taken back by her voice, though, like how amazing it is.
Great. Yeah.
I really enjoyed the party life on the island, but Kim had a hard time with Prince Eric. She's like he's like too old looking for her, and she had a hard time with that. But I could
Ariel's got daddy issues. Just roll with it.
Yeah. So what did you guys think of where the scary part, if you want to say the scary part of the movie, is Melissa McCarthy as Ursula? How did you think she did? Yeah.
I fell asleep by that. Actually, I fell asleep by that time because the music puts me to sleep.
Hey, Jennifer.
She was great. She was giving her best drag.
Yeah. I thought she did really well. Right? I thought I was giving her the best drag.
And it was a nice little nod to Divine. I mean, Dave, you're a drag queen.
I'm trying. Aaron said I wouldn't do so well though, but
you know what? We're gonna
dragging down.
We're gonna go to the mall. Drag you a Sephora real quick.
Yeah,
drag hurts.
We're just gonna.
It does.
Yeah,
it is not fun.
It's not your time.
No.
That's just as long as people like me, I'm okay with it.
You live your fantasy when everyone's up at you asking for photos and stuff, and then when you go backstage, you're like. Not fun.
That is okay, Jennifer.
Hello, Aaron. I have a plan for you, me, and Alan next year.
Okay.
I've already got our costumes picked out.
You got the costumes picked out,
and you get to be the young cute one, so win-win.
Oh, you're the Sandersons.
Yep, that's me. Sad.
You get to be Sam. Alan gets to be married.
What was I saying?
And I get to be the big brother that wears the baseball jacket and the hat.
No, we're gonna make you the Mother Witch from the second film.
Oh,
the Mother Witch.
Oh,
do we have
the Mother Witch?
What, Aaron?
Do y'all have a favorite?
But you're not allowed to shave.
No. Do you have a favorite Halloween episode from a show that just airs it like normal? So, for instance, I like watching Treehouse of Horror from Simpsons every year because we would watch it in school around Halloween time. But I kind of followed up with that little thing, so I actually just watched.
Hey guys! I'm sorry to interrupt, but it is 7:45 on the 28th of October, and I've just been informed that Matthew Perry of Friends just drowned to death.
Who?
What?
Matthew Perry?
Yeah.
Aaron's going to the phone.
Who is that?
You don't know from Friends?
That was Rachel's brother.
Yeah.
Bing.
Matthew Perry. Yeah, Chandler dead at 54 after drowning.
That's very sad.
Sorry to break in, but for everybody watching live, this just happened.
That is very sad.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
I didn't realize he's only 54.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's why, for like my generation, that show was like the thing,
What's funny,
Well,
you go back and you watch
okay, I
that-
made it longer than Matthew Perry. Woohoo!
Oh my god.
how am I
Too
twice
soon?
his age?
Yep, it's all on the
It's
Twitters.
there, huh? Oh god.
That's a bummer.
That is a bummer. Well, thanks for bringing us down, Jay.
No, that's what I'm good at. It's what I'm good for.
Yeah, Chandler from Friends.
It's just, I just said it just happened. So anybody watching live, I want to let you guys know that was breaking news, and yeah.
Oh,
Didn't
back
he-
to a regularly scheduled.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No,
So
I
that's
was
Jerry
like,
Contra
didn't he write a tell-all book that was like really unflattering to this cast of Friends?
Probably.
I would think that it's very unflattering.
Yeah.
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 That's the fun thing
Poor
about that show
Matthew.
is 90% of the episodes could have been solved with a cell phone.
Sure.
Go back and you watch it now. It's so 90s. It's all their dilemmas could have been solved with somebody having a cell phone.
Yeah. It was like a not funny Seinfeld.
Has anyone
Honestly,
ever watched?
Space
Is anyone-
was better.
I was gonna say, has anyone ever watched the Halloween Town series?
Oh yes, I love Halloween Town. I went to where they filmed it last year, where the high school was, which is the city hall
Yeah.
in someplace in Oregon. But yeah, they do a Halloween like a festival throughout the year. I think the tickets are like $30 or something like that, and then there's vendors and like food. They have like a haunted house, which is not very scary. Actually, not scary at all. And then you can take photos at like the area. They do like a show. They have Benny in his cab car there. You can take a photo with him. And then like right around the corner is where Bella's house is from Twilight. So people usually go to that festival and then go to Bella's house, which is someone's actual home, but you can go take photos there.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen Halloween Town.
And Debbie Reynolds is in it.
Debbie Reynolds is in it, yes.
I think you would do a good Debbie Reynolds there, Dave.
Tiki Bell?
I don't know.
Tiki Bell as Debbie Reynolds.
You look more like a Doris Day to me.
I feel like a Doris Day. Aaron asked about favorite Halloween like episodes of shows. I don't tell Kim, but I hate the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown thing that they do every year. It's terrible. She loves the little hippie kids that dance, but I'm not a big fan of them, and I don't like
Hippie
it.
kids.
I can't say anything because we just did on the other show. I do. That was the Halloween episode this year. As we did, it's a Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. The play.
Halloween.
I don't know why I
So,
can't stand it.
I am not talking trash on Charlie Brown right now because
No.
I am Schroeder. I get all of one line in the play. It's all right. All right.
Yeah, Kim loves it, and she got called into it, and she's like, "Are you watching?" I'm like, "Absolutely not. No."
It's a
Being
great
old
pumpkin.
enough to remember when it first hit TV.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a classic,
Mhm.
just like Rudolph.
it is a
Growing up,
classic.
It was something you had to watch every Halloween, or was it? It wasn't
But
Halloween.
Rudolph, I can watch and enjoy. Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. It's terrible.
You just have to
It's-
have the right mood, the hot apple cider.
It's
You get in the mood and then you watch it. It was another the church my family grew up in. They would have this Halloween party every year, and they would rent the Headless Horseman. They would they would have activities, and they watch the Headless Horseman. Then they have some activities, and you watch. It's a Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Bobbing for
I'm just
apple.
kidding about the one line. It's just I'm making a joke about it.
Whole two
Funny.
lines. I'm trying to think of other scary movies that I like. Did you guys like the a scary movie, the take on the Scream movies, the funny
When it
ones?
came out, yeah, it was
Yeah.
funny, but it hasn't aged well.
Right.
Going back to Aaron's TV shows,
Yeah.
It's not specifically a Halloween thing, but the Twilight Zone. When I was a little kid, there was the episode, A Kind of Stopwatch, where he can stop time and move around, and do whatever he wants while everyone's frozen. And in the end, he goes to rob the bank and he breaks the stopwatch. And it haunted me for weeks. The thought of, I remember the thought of being a little kid and thinking, okay, to be forever stuck between like the tick and the talk on the clock,
Right.
and to be there forever was like, that is terrifying.
Twilight Zone is kind of it is creepy, but it was so good, and that's why we watched the marathon every New Year's Eve on the Sci-Fi Channel. Yeah.
Oh yes, it was always on Sci-Fi Channel.
Yep.
Always.
We always have it on. Yeah.
I want to end with the scariest movie I've ever watched. The one that I think is the epitome of oh my godness, because every time you turn around, you're going, oh my god. Who's watched The Ring?
Yes, I saw The Ring.
And like I said, you're like, you figure it out. They got it figured out, and it's like, no, they don't have it figured out.
You come out to my TV and bust it, we're gonna have problems. You paying for that TV, you broke little girl.
And then it's like, okay, if you watch the videotape, she's going to haunt you and kill you.
Yeah.
Until you get someone else to watch the videotape.
Mm-hmm.
I
never seen it.
I saw The Ring. It was pretty good. I mean, I love zombie movies. I know, Aaron, you said you're not really into like Saw and all that. Like you like more of the poltergeist type stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen most of the Saws.
Yeah,
and I think I'm gonna see the new one any ways, but I won't really enjoy it. You know.
Yeah.
You have to turn my eyes closed because it's just too much. And but yeah, more like poltergeisty stuff. I just saw The Exorcist Believer, and it was good. It was okay. I never cared for the first Exorcist, which I watched for the first time the other day, knowing that I was going to watch the new one. Yeah, and I hated it. I thought, because I know at that time people were terrified of that movie,
right?
But I'm like, what? She's just in bed the whole time.
Well, it's like the exorcism is like the big thing everyone comes to. It's like it's one set. It's this story. It's the priest story, and this story, and this story, and everyone kind of connects at the exorcism.
Jennifer, this is actually Kim's outfit, which will never be the same again. How about the Omen? Did you guys ever see that?
Damien?
That's about that kid, right? Just the kid who's evil.
Yeah, he's evil.
Anytime I'm irritated with my spouse, I go, "It's all for you, Damien."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that creeped me out as a kid. I mean, like Kim said, when we were younger, and I don't know now, but we had full access. I guess it was just the time, when we were born and raised, we had full access to these movies. The Shining, the Omen, and stuff. The Shining creeped me out as a kid. That was a creepy movie to see as a child.
How about Amityville Horror?
Yeah, another one. Yeah, Amityville Horror was.
I love that film. It's another one of those. Also, it needs to be scary, but it's so campy.
And you get drunk, and then you go visit the house, and you're like, "Oh my god, it looks like a face," and the kid killed his whole family in that house. And then you realize it, and you get back in the car, and you run, and you get away as fast as you can.
Don't pull up that one comment, Jay. That's not somebody's.
Nope.
Not okay.
Someone trying to advertise with us.
Yeah. I will have them removed from the group after the show.
It's good ideas.
How about Poltergeist? Remember the original Poltergeist?
Yep.
I've only seen the new one, the redo that they did a few years ago. I liked it.
When the bodies start popping up in the flooded the swimming pool they're building.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't move the bodies, you just moved the headstones.
Yeah, it was such a good movie. Carrie, head into the light. I loved it. Throwing the tennis balls in and.
What about all of the Paranormal Activity franchise, the whole.
I don't think I've seen those.
I saw the first two.
Oh, wait.
I'm not gonna lie, the first one was kind of creepy because it was all psychological, and then after that, it was all just jump scares.
Was that the first one where they were in bed and like yes, I do remember seeing that. That was creepy.
Like
You're
when
right.
it came out, everyone was like, "This is the scariest movie ever," and blah, blah, blah. Because it was quite literally just based off suspense and
Right.
waiting until something happens. And, yeah.
Now, what I like to do on Halloween night, I mean, I know we're talking about things we watch, but I'm a big fan of OTR, old time radio. So I like to pull up things like Suspense or the Inner Sync of Mysteries and put my headphones and kind of write out Halloween
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men?
And I kind of go for the theater of the mind on Halloween night. It's a lot more fun.
Right. How about Blair Witch Project?
I actually just rewatched it maybe 2 months ago, but I could not finish it. I was like,
No?
it's taking forever.
Yeah. It was a little creepy, but it does. It
was creepy when it came out, but yeah, now you're like, dude, this is the slowest thing I've ever watched. Just die.
Has anyone watched the remake of Winnie the Pooh where he's killing people?
It's called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Yes.
I'm gonna watch it. It looks so stupid. I'm gonna laugh all the way through. It looks so stupid.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear?
We'll have to do a pizza and movie night, Jay, and
yes,
watch it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll tell you a quick funny story. I listened to a sports ESPN radio in the morning going to work every day, and there's two guys, Rick DiPietro, Dave Rothenberg, who are the hosts. And every week they do Did It Happen in Florida? And this week that came up. A fourth grade teacher in Tallahassee, Florida, I think. The kids said they wanted to watch something for Halloween, and I guess the teacher didn't screen it correctly and put that movie on. Okay. Yeah. It didn't go over well. And it was like almost a half hour into the movie before I guess the teacher was made aware of it, became aware of that it wasn't Winnie the Pooh.
Was it the children screaming that made them aware?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not good. Right. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. They had a good time with it on the radio show, and I was laughing. What's the score of the Rangers game?
Don, I think you're right. Pizza and some beers, and we're gonna have to watch that and laugh because it just is so dumb.
I just watched a Christmas movie, Silent Night, Bloody Night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, with David Harbour?
Yeah. Apparently Santa's a Viking.
Yeah, isn't that David Harbour? Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
That was one that was based off the a movie in a movie, right? It was like a movie within
the Violent Night one.
Yeah, it was like
last year?
Yeah, Silent Night.
It was
Violent
based
Night.
off
there you
of
go. Silent Night. So I was like,
it was like a fake movie in a movie, and they went ahead and made it.
Yeah, that's the one with David Harbour from Stranger Things? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say that one. Yeah.
So I saw Violent Night last year, and I loved it. Such a good movie.
Yeah, I have to see it.
Mm-hmm. I definitely recommend. He makes Santa look like
he's a Viking.
Pretty much.
A little different than Bad Santa, right?
Dude, that's a great Christmas film.
Two different things.
Oh God, we're gonna have to have an episode of our favorite Christmas movies.
Yeah, Christmas
movies.
That's definitely not an appropriate movie to talk about, but man,
that's the kind of thing that we do on Patreon, and we do a watch along us where we can say whatever we actually want, and we don't have to pay to listen to that one.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I'm trying to think. I want to, if people are hearing this back as a podcast, we want to know what your favorite Disney Halloween and your favorite non-Disney Halloween movies are. There's so many more too. Like I just can't think.
It's not a movie, Dave, but it's not Halloween without Donald Duck in Trick or Treat, the old 52 cartoon.
Right.
Trick or treat, trick or treat. Treat us for Halloween.
And we didn't even get to talk about the original Werewolf versus Werewolves in London. You know, the remake.
I saw the original.
The original Werewolf in London was really good with the Dr. Pepper dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was great.
My parents took me to see that at the drive-in when I was like 4.
Yeah. I wonder if parents still do stuff like that, because I think we were exposed to
we were the generation
some scary stuff.
We turned 30 at 10, and at 50 we're still 30.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I have a second opinion on that?
Universal
maybe 13 still
are the best.
Universal. Yeah.
I'm not old school or middle school or high school. I'm middle school, you know.
Yeah. No, the original Universal monsters are extremely hard to top.
I have those on Blu-ray. That's a must-watch every Halloween.
Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Yes.
Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
That's another thing. Hey, Jay, we'll have to do a road trip and go up to Silver Springs where they film Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Yes. I'm down.
Yeah. You guys come up here, drop your car off, and we'll go. It's about an hour north of us.
There you go.
Cool.
Well,
I will say before I wrap up, scariest movie I've ever seen in my entire life. JFK.
JFK?
JFK.
Like the movie where
about the Kennedy assassination.
Really?
That's the scariest movie I've ever seen.
I've never seen the whole movie.
Oh, dude, it's brilliant. It's so good.
Yeah. Stan, you missed Kim talking about Jaws earlier. That is her all-time favorite movie, and it is creepy, very suspenseful.
Jaws does fall into the Halloween, the horror movie. Naked blonde gets killed.
Right. Sure. Yeah. While making out with a dude. Yeah.
Yep. It's like
going back to Scream, the rules of horror films.
Mm-hmm. Yes. That about wraps it up for tonight's episode of Disney Night Live. This is our Halloween special where we talked about scary and not so scary Disney and non-Disney movies, and we hope you enjoyed it. We have an outro for you guys, but I want to thank everybody for taking time out on a Saturday to chill with us. And as always, we love you guys, and we hope to see you next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Let me find our intro. Jay, you want me to click it?
I got it.
Jay's got it. All right.
I just
got it.
I just moved it. This is scary. It's Halloween.
Oh, no.
Now it's good night.
well,